Ask you, mate, you shared a bit before about how you came to faith at university, but you really were an atheist before that. Tell us a bit of your testimony and what is the gospel of Jesus Christ?
Well, thanks, Matt. Yes, I grew up without a faith. I spent my teenage and young adult years without really a knowledge of God and who God was and that He loved me. I understood the Christmas carols and, we live in a nominal Christian society in a sense. But for me, it wasn't personal, it wasn't real. And I'd grown up in a non-religious family. We didn't attend church. And I came to university where I heard, that exchange of ideas that happens at university, and heard about faith there. I didn't agree with a lot of things that people said about their own faith, but I wished them well. I acknowledge at least, the church is out there and faith is part of our society. But for me, it was never something that was real or personal. Until through then my girlfriend, now my wife Julie, who became a believer while we were studying at university. I was studying marine science, she was studying social work. She came to faith, and it made me really think about God. It made me think about whether how that related to me, and through a number of conversations with other people who are believers, and through a series of events where I became aware of the supernatural. I became aware that there was something beyond life that I'd experienced, a fourth dimension, if you like, a sense that that there was a God out there, and the message that He loved me. I'd never really understood that growing up in a state school. Going to a state school, growing up in regional Victoria, I'd never heard the message personalised to me that God loved me, that Jesus had died on a cross for me. I knew of this Jesus figure that was out there. He's in our society, he's in our institutions, in our traditions, but it was never real to me what that meant. So it really, for me, it was coming to a knowledge that, and a revelation, not just a head knowledge, but a heart knowledge, that Jesus died for me. He loved me. He was the Son of God. He was sent from God to make a way, because God didn't want to be distant from us. God's not capricious. He's not someone who is uncaring. He's not someone who just leaves the world to destroy itself. He intervenes as we ask Him to. And I came to realise that if I called on Him and I asked Jesus to come into my life and help me, change me, make me a better person, that He would do that. And He did. And the Bible says very clearly, God's word says that God so loved the world that He sent His only Son, Jesus. And Jesus died on that cross, and whoever believes in Him would not perish but have everlasting life, and have abundant life now. And that's been my experience.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that story with us here, Mark. And